I'm legally insane, and I am on a quest to obtain all of the SEGA Dreamcast Holy Grail absolute bangers, except for the lot of the fighting games and the ones that I don't want. So I've narrowed the list down to a total of 4 games, and I've recently picked one of those up. And what I had to do to get this Holy Grail SEGA Dreamcast game, what I had to do to get this will shock you. And I don't recommend doing what I had to do. And I'm not proud of what I had to do. What happened on that 7-Eleven street corner downtown on 5th Ave last Friday night at 3 a.m. to obtain this banger is not something I'm ready to discuss in full detail. But I did what I had to do. I did what I had to do, and I would do it again. We're talking SEGA Dreamcast. I don't play around when it comes to SEGA Dreamcast, or SEGA Genesis, or SEGA in general. I've turned into a SEGA fanboy in my old age. I love the SEGA. And there's just about nothing I wouldn't do to obtain some good old SEGA Dreamcast heavy hitters like Cannon Spike. This is in a special case. Oh, look at that. The guy's got a sticker on it. Okay, so the seller was trying to... You guys can't see the sticker because this piece of junk camera, but it's $432 written on the sticker. And I'll tell you what I paid for this. I won't tell you how I got the money. Because, but I paid $425 for this. Canadian dollars. And that's about what it's worth. That's about fair value. If I were to buy this on eBay, I would pay a little bit more than that. And I would have to pay a fortune in taxes. I didn't pay tax on this. $425 shipped to my door. Private deal. I'm just trying to open this. But you have to understand that I got this in mint condition. So it was worth it. Mint CIB, Cannon Spike, Capcom. And I'm going to tell you why I paid what I paid. CIB with the reg card, by the way. Reg card. So what exactly is Cannon Spike? Cannon Spike is a multi-directional arcade shooter based on an arcade game. And my understanding is that I guess the original arcade game was actually developed by Psycho, if I'm saying that right. They're famous for making tons of shooters. They're claim to fame as shooters. So the game is often compared to games like Smash TV and bullet hell shooters. So it's kind of, this game is what would happen if you merged Smash TV with a bullet hell shooter, and the game is not like any one of those, but it's most similar to the mixing and the mashing of the two of those genres. And it happens to be 2-player co-op, which is a big reason I was willing to pay what I paid and do what I did on that 7-Eleven corner back on 5th Ave downtown. If it didn't have 2-player co-op, I wouldn't have done what I did, and I wouldn't have paid what I paid. But it's got 2-player co-op. It's a short game. And it's for the SEGA Dreamcast. If this was for the PS2, I wouldn't have paid what I paid. I would not pay $425. But I happen to love the SEGA Dreamcast, and it's one of the most underrated consoles ever made. Their controller is the most underrated controller ever made. Those VMUs that you could pop in, those little memory cards, those were way ahead of its time. Didn't get the respect it deserved. So the title itself, Cannon Spike, is named after the character Cammy. Let's see if she's on the cover. She's not on the cover, but she's at the back. Street Fighter 2 character, Cammy, which by the way, so it's named after one of her special moves called a cannon spike attack. I don't know why they did that, to be honest. I have no idea. That title itself is the international release title, so in Japan it did have a different title. For whatever reason, they really wanted to promote Cammy. Maybe they thought it would sell better because international buyers were very familiar with Street Fighter 2 characters. So basically, Capcom took this game from Saikyo. I don't know how they got the rights to it or what sort of arrangement was made, and they threw in a bunch of Capcom characters. So I don't know if the two companies were working together from the very beginning or what the deal was, but it's published by Capcom, but they didn't make the game. They threw a whole bunch of their characters in it. You can be characters like Mega Man, Cammy from Street Fighter, Charlie from Street Fighter, Arthur from Ghosts and Goblins. They have some other characters in there too, some Cannon Spike original characters, but I've heard people say that they're actually secretly based on other characters. One of them is an Alien versus Predator character from Capcom, but the suspicion is that they couldn't get the rights to those characters. You can also be one of the Darkstalker characters called Baby Bonnie Hood, and I think she was in Marvel vs. Capcom 2, by the way. And did I mention that you can be Cammy from Street Fighter, who clearly they're trying to push quite heavily? And the reason they named the game Cannon Spike, let's be honest here. Let's get to the real reason. Because Cammy is famous for her very big, large, round house kicks. She does a lot of good roundhouse kicks. She's very good at kicking. And there is short range attacks in this game as well. You can kick the enemy. I'm sure she probably has a kick attack. So in this game, you do have a short range attack, you have a long range attack, you have a special short range attack, a special long range attack, and then a super attack. Now, a lot of people will tell you that this game is not worth the money that you pay today because it's short. It's based on an arcade game. It's short. It's beatable. It's easy. And I'm here to tell you otherwise. You will be doing multiple playthroughs. You're going to want to beat the game with every character and get those different endings. You're going to want to play it on 2-player co-op. There's different ways that you can handicap the game to make it even funner. So you can use a token system. You can say, hey, let's try and beat the game with 1 life. You could try that, 2-player co-op. You could try 2 lives. You can handicap yourself. You're going to have to do things to make it a little bit more funner and extend the lifespan of this game. But the other reason why it's worth what it is worth is because it's a SEGA Dreamcast. That's why. And that's why I paid what I paid. Like I said before, if this was a PlayStation 2 game, it probably would not be trading at $425 and climbing. Now, there is a lot of speculation that Capcom will re-release this game, and it would not surprise me if they do. In fact, it's shocking that they haven't already. And if they have, somebody out there, let me know. And my suspicion will be when they do finally release this as part of one of those, probably one of those Capcom multi-carts, like kind of like they did with Street Fighter. A Capcom Fighting Collection, part of one of those collections is where something like this would fit best. So if they do re-release it, probably the value will go down. But hey, it's 2023 and they still haven't re-released it. So maybe there's some rights issues with Saikyo. I don't know. So this is my very first, very heavy Holy Grail Dreamcast game. There's a couple more that I want. I am after Ill Bleed. I was trying to get that from the same seller, by the way, but some other son of a bitch bought it before I did. I think he had it going for $425, same price, which is a great price. He might have even had it for less. Maybe it was like $350. I am also after Marvel vs. Capcom 2 because I don't want the PS2 version. I was told from the very beginning, I heard since way back in the day that the Dreamcast version is the best version because it is an exact arcade port, is what I've heard. But even going beyond that, even if that's not true, that's the version that I played back in the day. So that's the version that I have nostalgia for, and I love the SEGA Dreamcast controller. So that's the one that I want. And I should have bought it years ago because it keeps going up in price too. And finally, the fourth game that I want is D number 2. So D2. And that's probably the next game that I will get. That's like a survival horror game. Significantly better than the original D, which is on the PlayStation. You can't even compare the two, to be honest. I'm surprised D2 isn't trading for $500 already. It's a Dreamcast exclusive. So here are the characters, by the way. That Shiba, I believe he is one of those characters that is based on somebody that they probably couldn't get the rights to. There is Charlie, Street Fighter 2. We've got King Arthur. We've got Cammy, Street Fighter 2. King Arthur, Ghosts and Goblins. Oh yeah, I see they're all different. They have different, they're different types. So for example, King Arthur's type is backward. I don't know what that means. Whereas Cammy is forward. That's interesting. Different special attacks. That's an obvious. We've also got Simone. That's the Cannon Spike original. But again, she's apparently based on somebody. That might have been the Alien versus Predator character. That's what I've heard. That's the speculation. Then you've got Baby Bonnie Hood. She was in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. That's how I first played her. She's from Darkstalkers. And then you've got Mega Man, the OG Mega Man. And he is a backward type. So I don't know what the difference between forward types and backward types are. It's kind of interesting. Another cool thing about this game is when your teammate dies in 2-player mode, they will drop a super power up. So it kind of helps you beat the game, you know, when your buddy dies. So let's pop her in the console and give her a go. We're gonna pop her in the console here. Got the Dreamcast set up. OG console. Original hardware only. We do it old school, original hardware only. And I'll show you something interesting. This is the controller I'll be using. I think I'm going to take out the rumble pack there. The VMU, you do need that to be able to save, but you'll notice the controller has a blue Dreamcast logo while my console is red. That's because the console is North American version and this controller is a UK controller. I have 2 North American controllers and 2 UK ones. And I have the UK ones because they're literally the exact same other than the color of the logo. And I might even have them mixed up, but I'm like 99% certain North American is red, UK is blue. And I got these 2 controllers brand new on eBay way back in the day because they were significantly cheaper than the North American versions. And to be honest, actually, I didn't realize that they were the UK version when I originally bought them. I figured that out many years later. I always wondered why the logo was blue on 2 of my controllers, and the other 2 were red. Well, that's why. I'm actually going to take out the rumble pack. Alright, so now you guys are going to find out why this game is 425 smackers. I'm about to show you right now. By the way, check out the VMU, Cannon Spike. It does save your game, and it does track high scores in case you're interested in that type of thing. And it does autosave as well. That's what the manual told me. So here are your modes. You've got baby mode. That's what I like to play on. But if you're not a baby, if you're not an old man gamer, you can go higher in difficulty. You can go on child mode. And I'm guessing this mode, I mean there's child mode, very easy mode, normal mode, hard mode, and then very hard mode. I'm guessing that baby mode is so easy that a literal baby can beat the game. Like a 3-year-old that's holding the controller, as long as they keep hitting the fire button, they will basically win. I'm guessing it's literally that easy. So that's what I'm going to be playing on today. I'm just kidding. We're going to go to normal mode because I don't think this is a difficult game on normal mode. But it adds replayability, at least, to knowing that you can go back to it. You can play on hard and very hard. I got to show you the characters real fast because there's 10-second timer. So here's Sheba, Cammy, Simone. Where's Mega Man? Okay, so Mega Man must be an unlockable. So by default, we gotta go with Cammy then. I want it to be Mega Man. King Arthur's pretty awesome too, though. Amazing graphics, by the way. Okay, so your buttons are short range attack. See, look at that roundhouse kick to the face. Classic Street Fighter move. Then you can shoot. Standard shoot. The R button does some sort of lock target and basically allows you to strafe as well. See how it locked that target? There's dogs. What are these dogs? So this is the strong shooting attack. And there's also strong melee attack. I will push it now. Cannon Spike, there it is. That's her special. That's what the game is named after. Oh man, I'm dying here. Alright, I better start trying now. Otherwise I'm gonna lose. Oh man, I gotta lock him somehow. So this must be the boss. Oh man. Okay, so now that I've locked the target, as you can see, it'll follow the target even as I scroll the map. Let's do 2 missions as Cammy, and then I want to show you another character. See, I locked somebody, but it put me in a permanent strafe. Even after the target dies, you can continue to hold it so that you can strafe. So right now I'm locked onto the helicopter. I think it only lasts a certain amount of time, and then you've got to re-sign up, I do believe. So here's the special attack. I just did it there. Hopefully I have another one. You push the L button. That's her ultra special. You get a limited number of use. I don't know how many that I have. I'm going to use another one. So now we're going to try another character. I want to show you... I've already been Charlie. So let's... Oh, there's Mega Man. I totally missed him. He's in the corner there. So as you can see, this is a totally different level than what we had previously. There's the Mega Blaster. He's got a standard punch kick attack. And his strong close range is that whirlwind. Oh, Mega Man's way better than Cammy. It's like easy mode with Mega Man. Easy mode. I'll use the special now. Let's see what it does. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, you can control him too. I'm gonna do it again. Let's do it again. Oh, that's cool, man. That's awesome. That alone's worth the 450 bucks right there. I already got my money's worth. I could beat the game easy with Mega Man. I love that special too. Oh man. Oh, I'm just trying to do different attacks and it's killing me. I gotta play it safe. Alright, screw these guys. You force me to use the special. Alright, I'm gonna hit him with that tornado. Nice. So anyways, guys, that's Cannon Spike for you. One of the best games on the entire SEGA Dreamcast. Mega Man is clearly better than Cammy in this game. Cammy's probably one of the worst characters, because so far I've been Mega Man, Cammy, and Charlie was significantly better than Cammy. You'd think Cammy would be the best. The only good thing she's got going for her is that Cannon Spike attack. And the only reason that's good is because that's the name of the game, Cannon Spike. So by default, you have to do it. And also, you know, she's got those big, old, juicy, round house kicks that she likes to do. And that's pretty powerful attack. So check this one out. Keep an eye out for this one if you're interested. It will continue to go up long term as long as they don't re-release it. And maybe there's some issues with Psycho and Capcom. You know, maybe the two of them would have to get together and make a deal together and split the revenue. Maybe that's why it's never been re-released. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. I am trying to get to over 9,000 subscribers, on my way to collecting over 9,000 retro video games. By the time you watch this video, I might even be in jail. I'm getting steal of deals all the time. Popo's always looking for me. People are always calling the cops on me. I'm sick of people calling the cops on me. Just because I'm legally insane and I'm getting a good deal here or there. They've been trying to lock me up for years. I'm pretty sure CSIS, the Canadian government's been sending CSIS spies after me. I can't trust anyone these days.